Hey guys, so this is part 2. Enjoy. I want I want there to be better awareness for people with these illnesses. Um, my wife, like I said before, constantly beats herself up because society has made her seem it's made it seem like she's doing something wrong and that she should be okay by now. And that's not the case. Like, I don't understand how so many people can just talk about stuff that they know nothing about. And I was that way. Now, I wasn't like some of those people that just go around, suck it up, blah. Just, it was in my head. My thoughts in my head were like, just get over it and do your job or go to school or go to work, whatever. In my head, I was just like, come on, like, it's not that big a deal. I never voiced that because I'm not an a-hole, but that was in my head. Now it's nothing like that. Now I believe that if a doctor or a therapist believes that you should be on medication, then you should be on medication. If they say that you need to go to therapy, then you need to go to therapy. I can't imagine not being in control of my own thoughts. I can't imagine not being able to get out of a funk with some other, like when I'm in a bad mood, listen to music or play video games, whatever. With my wife, that doesn't work. There is no just letting it go. When we get into an argument, with me, I'm one of those people that I just need time to cool off and I'll be fine. Like, the argument was stupid, whatever. Let me have some alone time. I'll cool off and we'll be fine. I'm not saying we can't ever talk about anything, but most of the time I don't want to. Most of the time I'm like, this argument was dumb. I'm not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. Let me cool off and we'll be fine. With my wife, it's, you have to talk about it then and there, even though you're already agitated. Like, I'm already irritable because we were in an argument, and now she wants me to sit there and talk and talk and talk, and I am not an emotional person. I don't want to sit there and talk about my feelings for 3-4 hours until whatever happens. I don't know, but that's the way she is. And so we do butt heads a lot when it comes to that, because even though I do support her and her mental illness, I also have to watch out for my mental health. I'm not saying that I'm more important than her or anything, but I have to watch out for both of us. That's what we do as partners. You don't just look out for yourself, you look out for your spouse. But for me, I need to be able to have a clear head, and in order for me to do that, I need my space. And it's hard for her, because of her mental illness, to give me that, because she wants to resolve the issue then and there. Like I said, she's a perfectionist, so she has to talk about it, she has to work through it, she has to know what exactly went wrong. Pretty much what I'm trying to get out of this video is, if you are married to someone who is diagnosed with anxiety, depression, bipolar disorder, manic depression, I don't know all the terms. I know what my wife has, and that's pretty much it, but I know there's a lot out there. If you are with someone, or you have a child or a parent or whatever that has any of these disorders, take that into consideration before you say anything. don't just assume that they can get over it. Don't just assume that they know what you're thinking, because their mindset is completely different than yours. Don't assume that their emotions are false, because that's not what mental illness is, and that's not what anxiety is. At least not for my wife. I hear a lot about how people put someone down and say, that's not right, that you shouldn't feel that way, No, she can feel the way she feels. It's just that her anxiety and depression heighten it. Like, if she's sad, and for me being sad is here. Her, with her mental illness, her sad is here. And for me to be up here, I'm like hysterical. But this is her just normal sad. It's like, it's up there. So her being up here doesn't mean that her feelings and emotions are invalid just because of her mental illness. It just means they're heightened. I find myself, when we get in arguments a lot, because I tell her to calm down. Not that she's wrong for feeling the way she feels. Not that she, shouldn't be upset or irritated or whatever. I just calm down. Bring it down. Try to bring it down. And I hope that helps. Sometimes it does. Sometimes I see her, she's able to collect herself. She realizes that she's being up here about something. But sometimes it makes it worse. And on those days that it makes it worse, I just have to be there. I mean, I'm not saying it's not hard. I'm not saying that we don't argue or that I don't make mistakes, because I know I do. I have a temper, and I've, argued with my wife countless times. I couldn't even tell you how many times we've been in an argument, but we've been together 11 years, so must be doing something right? I just try to remind myself that she is sick, she does have an illness, and we'll work through it together. That's really all you can do. I don't think there's anything worse than being with someone with depression or anxiety and telling them that you're going to be there and you're going to take care of them and you're going to support them, and then because it got a little hard, or because you didn't agree with how they felt, or they may be extremely emotional one day, you just walk out. That's horrible. That's horrible. I'm not saying that you can't feel how you feel, or that if things are becoming physical and y'all's arguments are getting up here into the abuse level, that you shouldn't leave. I'm not saying that at all. But if you're just upset because your wife or your husband is crying a lot and you don't want to deal with it, to me, that's ridiculous. Like, get over yourself. My wife and I have been through a lot when it comes to her mental illness and her issues. I hope that I'm doing everything that I can to reassure her, and I hope that one day people don't see mental illness as something that you can just get over, because you can't. If anyone tells you that, they are ignorant. If anyone tells you that your anxiety or your depression or your bipolar disorder or anything like that is just fixable if you think about it hard enough, they're ignorant. Don't listen to them. You have people who are allies. You have people who are on your side. You have people that understand. And though I've never went through it myself personally, I hope that I'm a good enough ally for my wife to keep her moving forward. And I hope that if you suffer from any mental illness, that you have someone in your life who's an ally and an advocate for you and will step up and say things when you feel like you can't. That's what I try to do for my wife. I try not to speak for her ever, but she has told me things, and I know that she feels like she can't speak up during certain situations, and so I will do it for her, because I'm not one of those people that will just try to please you because of whatever. I will stand up for my wife, and I will stand up for what I believe in, and I hope that one day I don't have to anymore. I hope that one day mental illness is recognized by everybody as an actual illness, and I hope that, I don't know, I just hope that the world is changing, and I hope that it's changing for the better. Yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe below. I'm sorry this was such a long video. If you feel like you need to talk to somebody, I'm here. I'm not a professional. I don't want to make it out like I am, but I am on your side. I will talk back if you want me to. I'm not saying my advice would be the best, but I'm here. Please also, if you or anyone you know is having suicidal thoughts, please dial the number that you see below on the screen. That's the suicide prevention hotline. Give it a call, talk to somebody, reach out. Know that you're not alone. Even if you're nowhere near me, I'm with you. And I hope that you get the help and the advocacy and the allies that you deserve, because no one should feel like they're on an island by themselves. Thanks, guys.